All right, and we bike, yo. It's been a minute. It's been far too long. I got the homie Conspiracy University in the building. We gonna talk
What's
some
up, y'all?
shenanigans, bro. Why you looking all like non-threatening? Why you? Hey, the other day, yo, stream like, who is this non-threatening looking ass man?
I try to clean up sometimes. You know what I mean? I try to put the button up on sometimes
I
like
was
that,
like,
but
who is he trying to?
I didn't want to scare away my new subscribers. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be a thug or something, man. You know?
Shit, like, who is this? Who is this young man? No, but what's been up with you since the last time?
Man, I've been it's been some shit, man. I
Yeah,
don't know if you
yeah,
seen that
yeah.
last live stream I did, but I uh I got hit with that, man. So I actually got court in a couple of days for that.
Oh
So
shit.
yeah, man. But I mean, I talked to my lawyer today, and she said everything was good on the up and up. That they know they fucked up. So well, hopefully, man.
So you feel good about it though, right? The case.
Yeah.
Okay,
Got
cool,
real
cool,
good
cool,
about it.
cool.
Yo.
All right, right on. Hey, real quick, I wanted to ask you because I saw the on Fox. Now, take Fox with a grain of salt. The migrants are apparently armed with stabbing weapons, and they actually going at the National Guard. Or I go to you because you're down there between you and Nick. I really don't take anybody else serious. What is going on down there, bro?
Man, as far as that, I mean, I'm just gonna call straight propaganda on that one
Okay.
because I don't think they're not gonna start the militia and resistance before the people do over here. You know what I mean? It's not like they're not bayonets and knives and shit. Nah, they get in line real quick when they get caught and rounded up. Man, they don't really.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I mean, it could be right. There could have been one incident, somebody stabbed somebody or something, but I think the news is just fear mongering right now.
Okay. But the problems, I mean, has the problems like, is it still a problem down there with the influx of
Man, it's free for all. It's
really?
crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Man. I don't know. I did a stream from the area where I was at. You know, kind of showing it. But man, that place on Saturdays and Sundays, man, it's crazy, man. They've taken over that neighborhood completely, and it's not just Mexicans, right? It's all over Central America. You know, all different places. But man, they clicking up together. They starting these little crews. They got new gangs that are starting to pop up, and you hear about. And I'm like, and they kind of with the shit. You know what I mean? I mean, normally you would think a bunch of little small Mexican people, right? They ain't really gonna do, but man, they out there robbing people for their vehicles and all kinds of shit, man. It's getting crazy, man.
So is it an economic click up, or is this on some just
Nah, it's I guess whenever they bring their own people over there, they get over here first, right? They make a little bit of money, then they send for the rest of the family.
mm-hmm.
So sometimes they bring friends, cousins, and stuff like that, and they all just click up, man. Like if you're Honduran, you're from Honduras, they're gonna click up. From Mexico, they're gonna click up. Because they fight amongst each other. They don't really like each other.
Okay.
But for the most part, man, it's taken over, man. Like you see their businesses, their taco stands everywhere. Their new houses starting to be built up, big beautiful houses, right? Like beautiful houses, man. Like,
Okay.
and I'm like, damn, like they really, it's a big deal, man. It really is.
So they are economically doing what
Yeah. Oh yeah,
okay.
man. They getting together and putting that money together and starting a business, and they all sleeping in the same apartment and saving up. Which I mean, it's smart to do that, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's a problem. And I had when I went live from that area, I was shown where they had tried to rob me. Like they came with a rifle and banging my window, and I was kind of high, right? So I was like, I looked and I'm like, man, I froze up. I thought it was a toy gun or something. Like I don't know why I was thinking that, right? But nothing but Spanish, right? I heard him screaming, "Get off the truck!" Nothing but Spanish, and I'm like, man, that's crazy, dude. Like, never have I ever thought that would happen to me in that area right there. Like, that's all my people are in that area, like everywhere. So it's somebody who wasn't from there that just came over and trying to rob people, man.
Are they trying to push out the older residents, or is it everybody's gonna have to learn to live together around each other?
Man, as far as like older residents that are immigrants, I don't see them no more, man. Like at all. Like I don't see them. Like those are the ones that, like, when I used to go down south to the border and, like, I used to help do a little work down there. whenever the old ones would come, those are the ones that were coming for the whole American dream story. You know, like, oh, we're gonna go over here
Yeah.
and work and
Yeah.
save money and get our children. Like they were trying to do it right, but it's, man, it's nothing but young hoodlums. It's like nothing but them, like big time. Man, it's crazy,
Wow.
man. Greens Point used to be predominantly black area in
Mhm.
Houston. That's not the case no more at all. It's not the case.
Okay. So now I ask you, where are the older residents going to? Where are the black residents going to? If push comes to shove, where would you go to?
Shit, I'm already gone.
Okay.
I don't took off from that area, right? Like if I'm gonna be staying in a little apartment somewhere, I might as well just go find me an apartment. So I came to find something like maybe 20 minutes away, which is, I mean, I don't know if you ever heard the Humble area.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still, so the older residents are moving towards this way, right? Like they're all coming this way.
Okay.
So those are the ones you see with nice houses now and their families. They send their children to college and stuff like that. And those are the ones that, you can live amongst. They don't cause any problems, man. But these aren't the ones that are coming. It's the ones that want to street drag race and drink and drive all the time and do that crazy shit. Like it's all the older ones, man. Like my wife's family, they would be considered like older immigrants. But shit, when her mom and dad came over here, they got their papers like, almost immediately.
Hmm.
They did everything for the children. So I mean, they get them a house, nice little house. They bought them a house, and you don't ever hear from them. You don't ever see these type of people no more, man. I mean, I'm surely they're still coming, right? They're still older people who are crossing the border, but
Right.
if they do come, they're not a problem, right? They're not making any ruckus like these other ones are.
So basically, you're gonna have a flight situation of those that came first. So is it more so that the newer influx just want a piece of their own niche? They want to carve out their own little niche of themselves for themselves, or or do you think they're gonna try and follow? Like everyone starts off in the hood, and then once you get out of the
Yeah,
hood, then you go to the nicer spots. You see that happening, or
it's crazy you say that, but because it sounds crazy for a group of people to come over here to Houston, right? Like a big ass city, to think they're gonna come get them a little piece of the, but nah, they're doing it. Like they've definitely done it in Greenspoint, man. Like they used to call Greenspoint Guns Point, like back in the day, right? Like because
God.
you, and there's a bunch of apartment complexes around there, right? And it nothing predominantly black. It's always been like that.
Uh-huh.
And then when you drive through there now, man, you see nothing but Spanish speaking people. Like you still see black folk around there, but you don't. It's not the same. It really ain't the same, man. They don't came and took over a certain part of Houston.
So what about, let's say, Sugarloaf, Cypress, Missouri City?
Oh,
Oh,
Sugarland, you talking about Sugarland?
yeah. Or sugar? Not sugar. Is it
Sugarland, yeah, Sugarland.
Sugarland? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, Sugarland. That's moving on up, and
Okay.
they're not going to Sugarland.
Okay.
If they do, it's on the outskirts, right? Like when you start getting to like Bissonnette and Beach Nut area, like
Listen,
Southwest
right,
Houston,
right. Gotcha.
man, that's the hub right there, bro. Like that's like that's one of the hubs.
Okay.
Like Bissonnette, Beach Nut, all that area, man. That shit, yeah, they all up there too. But it's just so many different people. They kind of blend in. Over there in Greenspoint, that's the north side, right? So you don't really see, like, that's all you see. That's it. Nothing but them. Them people. I don't mean to say it like that. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. How much of it is South Americans versus Africans versus who else? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Indians,
what's
Middle
the
Easterns.
yeah. What numbers are you seeing? Or
Man, it's El Salvador, Honduras, like Guatemala, Mexico. I have yet to see a Nigerian immigrant.
okay,
I
because
mean, I've seen them before, but like newly ones. You know what I mean?
okay. I mean, that's funny because I'm glad you said that because once again, the news, all they show is these African
Yeah.
immigrants coming through. Like, hey, it's them. It's not the Mexicans. I'm like, okay. So you're
And
not.
that's bullshit. Because down south right now in Mexico, man, they know the 2 days to come and cross, because for some reason the traffic is not as much, and the border patrol are not patrolling as much, right? Like, so there's 2 days in the week that people in Mexico are crossing. And man, you don't man, I went out there maybe a month ago. Same shit. It's the same shit. Mostly Mexicans, if not El Salvador, Honduras, stuff like that. Different places, right? But it's mostly the Mexicans, man. over here in Houston, right where they're coming to in Houston. All their families already over here, so they, hey, come over here. We got a business already. You come work
Yeah.
some construction, get paid cash, and but they don't. They're not even working like that, right? They out there selling dope on corners now. Like got women out there walking the blade, like crazy shit like that, right? Like, and this wasn't even happening before. Like, you wasn't finding no prostitutes over here in Houston like that. I mean, they're out there, right? But not in the north side, bro. Like, north side is more calm, right? The south side is where all everything's happening at. Over here, man, it's taco stand everywhere, man. You will not. There's taco stands everywhere, like everywhere.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And let me reiterate. Let me know people don't. I'm married to a Mexican woman, right? Like she's from Mexico, born in Mexico. So like, it sounds bad coming from me, right? They be like, "Man, that dude's." I'm not racist, right? I'm not. I'm not. But I just call it like I see it, right? I mean, I just. Oh shit! Body
Yes.
turquoise yoga pose.
Oh, it's a ballerina.
Hey, y'all block her. Kick her out. No, no, I'm playing. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Um, how much worse do you think it'll get in a
Man,
decade for now, 20 years from now, or is
man.
that not
Oh
even a
man.
concern you have because you don't plan on being nowhere around that shit anyway?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping within the next 2 years, I'm completely away from here, right? But you say 20, 10 years, 20 years in the current state, if it continues like this, how the border, like it's a free for all, right? Like they're not stopping them, right? Like you can go down there, like man, I got some videos I can send you of people who I got down there in Mexico, and like they're literally telling each other, like, wait, he's gonna go that way, and we have a chance to go, and then they go and take off. There's a little hole under the fence that they can get through, or sometimes they have like these little metal things that they throw on top of the wall and then like scale the wall type shit, right? Like I think they're gonna do as much as they can until November, right? They're gonna come and fill it in as much as they can, and I guess to see what happens then. But who knows, right? Who knows what's gonna happen as far as the? But 5 years it won't be, man. Houston's already kind of a shithole in my opinion. 5 years, it's not gonna be any better. I don't think so, right? When does it
Okay,
get better?
so if you ought to say, okay, you know what, San Antonio shot to hell, Houston's next on the list. Is there ever a point where you're gonna say, you know what, it might be time to leave Texas altogether because eventually it will, like a virus, it will spread, or is that you don't think like that?
Me personally, even before this immigration crisis going on, I've been wanting to just get out of Texas, right? Like
Really?
personally, yeah. I mean, only because it's more so with my family, right? It's more so with them. Like I feel like maybe I need to separate myself from them completely
Okay.
because after 2020 happened, like they when I get into the room, everyone shuts up, right? They're like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, right? Like everyone be quiet now, right? So they that's just me personally, right? But there's parts of Houston, like man, Sugarland's nice, man. Like the Woodlands area is
Yeah.
beautiful. If I could live out there, like I'm definitely gonna be right there, for sure. Like Woodlands, maybe Katy area,
Okay.
but
So
I
it's either
mean,
Woodlands, Katy, or Katy or bust.
yeah, Sugarland, maybe Kingwood,
Okay.
but Humble right here, Humble used to be considered a nice area. So everyone that came from where I came from, they just come this way. They move up over here, buy houses over here, make businesses over here.
Okay. What state do you think is comparable to Texas if you were to leave?
Man, I was thinking like trying to go and find the most countryest place I can go to. You know what I mean? But I was thinking that, right? But I really wouldn't like. It wouldn't be California, right? Like I definitely wouldn't go
Oh God, no.
try to live
But
in
you know
Cali.
what? I think, to be honest with you, I think you would like Cali though.
Yeah, no, I was born in San Diego.
Oh well, shit, then
It's,
just like
it's
coming back
yeah,
home.
yeah, it's beautiful, man. Like it really is beautiful. The whole beaches, everything's beautiful out there.
Yeah.
But I just don't I don't know, man. I just don't tend to do well around like I don't know. I really can't explain it, right? But
Is it a
I'm
Paisa
trying to make,
thing?
I'm trying to get rich. Let me
It,
get rich and go live in a gated community somewhere. You know what I
I
mean?
know. Right. If it weren't for the politics and the stupid cost of living in Cali, like, yeah, because now I'm looking at like bullshit. I mean,
You know,
a PG&E bill. Anywho,
yeah. The plan would be ideally, man, to make millions of dollars, right, and go somewhere and just have fuck you money. Nobody
Yeah.
tells me nothing. I do whatever I want, and but it's not going as planned. You know what I mean? So I mean,
So how do you see the politics or yeah, the political ideologies, or from what you can gather from the new influx? Is it too early to tell? What would you
man,
think that?
everybody that's coming, they're a Democrat. They're a Democrat, hundred
Damn.
percent, man, 100%. Ain't no immigrant coming and saying nothing about Trump or saying nothing about conservative or none of them, man. I mean, unless I haven't ran into one, right? But I'm in here out in the streets every day with them, working with them, right? Like all types of shit. So it'd be an anomaly to see an immigrant come over here and be like, oh yeah, I'm a conservative, right? Like I mean, shit don't it don't happen, man.
Hmm.
When you say Donald Trump's name, you're racist, 100%. That's it. Like there's no type of this is my own family type, like my own people. Like I used to wear a MAGA hat to the holiday events on purpose, right, just to do it. And I would get comments. Hey, we had a family picture set up one time, right? And I had a little MAGA hat in my. It wasn't the red one, the loud one, right? But it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
little.
not.
It was like a gray hat, but it had MAGA real small on it. And my sister's boyfriend is whispering to her, "Hey, what the hell's wrong with him in this hat, dude?" I'm like, "Damn, man! Like, they're brainwashed, man. They're just
Okay,
brainwashed."
I'm glad you said that because self-made ask a question. How's the traditional Hispanic versus the illegals? Are there any tensions?
Yeah, yeah, man. This is. I guess I would be considered like a traditional Hispanic, right? Or like
Okay.
they call people like me Chicanos, but they do not like us like at all. They think we're lazy. They think we're like they would look at us the same way they would look at black people. They don't like us.
Okay, based off what though?
I mean, I think they feel like we kind of have. I mean, growing up in the United States, I'm not saying you got it made, right? But compared to their living conditions, I guess is somewhat why they see that part. But when I would go work with them, like construction, they know my Spanish. I mean, I can speak Spanish, right? I can understand, I can speak it, I know how, but they know that I'm not first language Spanish. Like they can pick that up right away.
Okay.
As soon as it happens, they click up together and they don't fuck with me like that. They don't like me. Or like I go wash clothes at the washateria and it's nothing but Mexican women in there. But
Okay, are these paisas we talking about?
yeah, yeah. Well, look, paisas are just paisas would be all of them are considered paisas, right? No matter where they're from. If they're an immigrant and they're a male who speaks Spanish, right, they would be considered a paisa, right? Like I don't know how it is in California, but here in Texas, in the prison gangs, there's a prison gang, the paisas, right? Like
Yeah, same here. They got their own little, but difference with they're so small in numbers. They either run with Asians, and then of course Asians will run under the black card. But the paisas have their own little. It'd be like two or three or four of them, but they had their own little clique. Yeah.
yeah, man. But what they man they there's no need for them to run with anybody over here. Like the
Okay.
paisas are big, bro. Like they, but there's the paisas, the mexicles, like these are all immigrant people who are prison gangs, but it still wouldn't be like Houston's like the largest Hispanic prison gang,
Yeah.
and they're not there's no clicking up, there's no they eat over there by themselves, like there's no it's the same way like that. They don't like each other.
But is it fair to say that as the Hispanics as a whole will still put aside differences to unite for whatever common cause there is? Is that fair to say or no?
I mean, if we're speaking about a prison, maybe just a prison riot, right?
Okay,
I
outside
mean,
of prison, would y'all link up with Ecuadorians and Salvadorians?
no, no,
No.
uh-uh, at all, not like that at all.
Okay, so some other groups said, hey, to hell with all Hispanics, Hispanics on site. Y'all still wouldn't link up with y'all. You
I mean,
still wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I mean, quite frankly, I'm not gonna link up with nobody. Like, right? I mean, I'm not gonna. That's just me though, right? But you can't you can't they just they don't fuck with Chicanos, right? Or they consider me like a Chicano. And then when they find out my mom's half black, it's over with. They're like, oh, like they definitely don't fuck with me, right? So
Wow.
it doesn't. There's no type of. They just look down on us, right? And I've asked people before, right? People I've been cool with, and I'm like, why is that? He was like, well, we think y'all lazy and spoiled Americans, right? And I'm like, well, I mean, it's not my fault. I was born in America, right? Like, I mean,
Right,
what the
right,
fuck,
right.
like,
Yeah.
but that's pretty much what it is, man. They get there's a stigma that they think we're lazy people who sag our pants or do all this crazy shit, who go out there and gang bang, and it's like, well, damn, look at the new generation of the ones that y'all raised, right? They ain't doing
Right.
shit either. Yeah,
Wow.
the paisas don't they don't get. That's why they. I mean, if that were the case that they got along with the Chicanos, they would just be under the Chicanos wing.
Yeah.
But they're not. They do their own shit.
That's because all the ones that was locked up with, they're all dope dealers. Like they're fighting Fed cases,
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah, yeah.
like some of the most
Or a lot of them get
unassuming,
pulled over
yeah,
for DUI
man,
type shit, right? And
like little dude, like I got caught with 100 pounds, 100 keys, and all. What you don't
yeah,
even,
man.
yeah, holy shit.
They come out here and move dope and start construction businesses. Which I mean, I'm not hating on that, right? I mean, because if I could do that shit, I mean, hey, I would too. But you ain't finna come over here and act like that, right? You're not gonna act like that. Where it's like, but now they starting to let their nuts hang now, like they really
Okay,
are. Like
okay,
it's crazy, man. It really is crazy.
okay. Dumb question. The construction business. How how lucrative is it? Because I go to any new housing development center square, and it's 50 houses being put up, and I see 3 or 4 different just construction companies all working side by side. I'm like, well, how could this be lucrative if everybody has a construction company? Or is that
Man,
just some part of that the money laundering? I mean,
it could be right. Like it could be a part of it, but in my experience, man, bro, it's that lucrative, man. Like it really is. Like it's. I mean, Houston's a big city. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they target Houston because it's so big. But when it comes to construction and work, man, it's very lucrative. It is. I don't see anything that's really more lucrative than that. Honestly, I mean, other than dope, selling dope or something, right? But
really?
man, it's money. It's big.
Okay. How much startup capital would you need for a
Man, you can
construction
start up
company?
with that for like 30, 40 racks, man.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. You get
So
you a look
we're gonna
a truck.
that conversation we
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
earlier. We're gonna switch to because now you.
Yeah, I mean that's easier, bro. That's like that's a ain't no red tape to crawl, right? There's nothing that's gonna get in your way, right? Like they come over here and do it illegally, like and they make it. You just gotta be able to print some flyers out, some business cards, and the workers ain't a problem, right? You pull up to a Home Depot, you see how that shit is when you pull
Yeah,
up to a Home
I used to
Depot.
work at Lowe's. I know. Yes, I know exactly
Yeah,
how. Yes,
but see
yes.
now they're being bougie now. They come and try to negotiate and tell you what you're gonna make, pay them, and oh, we're not going nowhere for less than 200, and like now it's ridiculous now, right? But man, it's lucrative, man. Like there's so much work in Houston when it comes to construction. Like it's crazy, right? I mean, not everyone wants to go out there and work outside for 10, 12
10,
dollars an
12
hour,
hours. Yeah, yeah, and the heat. Yeah.
but I mean, they'll do it. So I guess it's when you all living in one spot together and you able to split rent. I mean, it's worth it, right? I mean, why not? But
Are we talking new home development, or are we just talking shingles and some shit and tree
man, you
removal?
can they're giving government contracts to these illegal immigrants who are running companies. You know what I mean? Like government contracts, man. Like I got buddies who I know are illegal, and one of them's like almost a millionaire now. And I'm like, dude, you ain't got no fucking papers. Like, wow. He was like, man, I went to the website on the Small Business Administration, and they tell me where to show up, and they gave us all government contracts.
Are you
Whoever was gonna
serious
bid
right
the
now?
cheapest, yeah, bro. And I seen him, and I'm like, damn, he got big old truck on big rims, big house, and he just had a wedding, and I'm like, damn, man, like, but he got government contracts, and he still don't have his papers. It was a
Ain't
big
no,
contract that he got. It was big. It was real big.
ain't no need for the papers now because he's a government
Yeah,
employee.
yeah. What he need to? Or I
Yeah.
mean, maybe he might have worst case scenario. He might have like got it in maybe his wife's name or someone else's name or something, right? But he's the head honcho. He gathers up all the people, takes them to work different different cities now in Texas, and he makes big money, man. So you're not just construct. I mean, construction is under that umbrella is very very big, right?
Right.
You got painting, and you got sheetrock, you got tile, electrician. Like there's a lot of different things in that, but not all of them know how to do everything.
Okay.
But you're always going to find one that I mean that's why there's so many different companies out there when you see these new homes being built
But
because one of them's going to come in there and lay the tile and stuff like that.
So you don't think that market is being oversaturated, or that industry not being oversaturated with?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if that were the case, they wouldn't be continue building these damn houses in these communities, right? But it doesn't, because slowly but surely, man, the weak end up falling off, and then it's not really. No, I don't see it being oversaturated at all. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I can go out tomorrow, and if I want to go work laying bricks, I can go get a job somewhere, like real quick. I mean, I'd be down if I'm gonna work outside for 12, 13 hours. Like, I'm just not gonna do it, right? Like, I wouldn't do that.
Okay, so say you got 50 racks to here, start a
Oh man, it's
construction
over.
company.
Man, it's over with, bro.
Are you
If
serious? That is just
50,
that easy.
man, 50 racks, and I'm thinking less, because with 50 racks, I can go buy a brand new truck. I can get my, and see, they don't necessarily do the marketing and advertising correctly, right? So
Okay.
when they still make it and be successful without doing that,
Okay.
that's when it's like, okay, this shit is lucrative, because they don't even have a website, like, right? They don't have nothing like that. They're just using a cell phone, and whoever calls them, they see, I didn't do the damn work, and that's it. But 50 racks, I can get two trucks, two trailers, right? I can go get all the tools needed, and then start. Man, that's 50 racks is more than enough, bro. Like,
Bro, when you said the first thing was the truck, I was like, oh God.
yeah, man, you see, like, when you're driving down Houston, you see a pickup. I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong. People have older vehicles. It happens all. I mean, it's all right. But when you see an older pickup, like, looks like it's falling apart,
Yeah.
but it got people all in there ready to go work with their tools in the back, and they're going into these nice subdivisions and doing work. I'm like, shit. If these white folks ain't worrying about it, and they're still hiring them, then obviously, I mean, there's something to it, man.
That is
Yeah, and
insane.
you see downtown Houston, all the new buildings being built, man, it's like 90% of Hispanic people, right, or Latino. They continue hiring them at these big construction companies that are like multi-million-dollar construction companies. So whatever their way is to get around it, they do it, because people are illegal working in these buildings, like 100%.
Okay, so the upside to it is the illegal, that way, no paperwork, pay him with cash per day or weekly, whatever. I mean, I get that as a business owner, if you're on some unscrupulous shit, I get it. The upside to it is, but I'm just thinking permits, inspectors coming on site, inspectors and things. So how do they get around that?
I mean, if the job's done right,
There's no
then there's really no
there's
the
no
inspectors.
need to
No,
inspect.
yeah, I mean, oh, they're gonna inspect it. Okay, it's a good job here when it's passed, and then
Yeah,
so it's just a matter. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. A lot of them are skilled, right? Like, there's some of them that are really skilled. That I sit back sometime and I'm like, damn, man, like, you know how to do, like, I mean, sheetrock sounds simple, right? But to be able to tape and float and do it correctly,
that shit
it's
ain't no
not easy,
punk.
right?
Hell no.
Nah, man. Or to cut these tiles, those
The yeah,
crazy
yeah,
type of
yeah.
tiles,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah.
shit, it takes skill, right? So they do know what they're doing when it comes to that, right? But as long as you have the people that can do that, man, there's no really need to worry about permit. I mean, I guarantee 50% of the construction companies out here, they're not licensed and bonded. They can't be, right? Like, there's no way. So they're just getting a truck, and somebody throw them some work, or they got these little things out here, like, once a month in downtown, where there's so much work that they have people come and just whoever bids the cheapest, give them the job.
Really.
They do it, yo. A lot of money in that, man. Like, a lot. It might take longer, right? Like the success might take a little bit longer than something of, like, like what we were talking about, like
Yeah.
that scene. I mean, but that's talking about, like, making millions. Like, that'll make millions of dollars
Okay,
somehow,
so
some way. It'll make
if,
millions.
if we had to, so if we had, okay, you pick one. So pawn shop, construction. Your life is on the line. There's only one way for you to make real money. Which one are you going with?
Man, personally, I might, if all the if everything's there, right? Like, if everything's there's nothing to worry about. All the money's there. I would say pawn shop, right? Only because that's my expertise, right? Like, that's my field. But I would do the pawn shop and then make some money and then open a construction
Then
company
open
still. You know what I
construction.
mean? Like I would do that shit too still
Okay.
because man, this money, man. And I'm like a I'm like the when it comes to like these people, I'm what you would consider like like they would want me. Like I've had construction companies who these dudes run these companies who are strictly speaking Spanish that they'll have me go out there just to go bid for them or to talk to the people for them, right? Because
Gotcha.
I mean, I'm not saying all these white folks are racist, right? But they're not gonna want to. They're not gonna be as quick to hire somebody who comes over there, knows English speaking, can
Yeah.
communicate with them.
Right.
So like they used to I used to get little gigs doing that, like just ride with me and just talk to them for me. And I mean, man, there's money in it. Like, that's quick money. That's fast money, man.
Okay. When you say fast money, I mean turn around. Wait. So you got the startup money. You get you get the two trucks. So what do you basically you going around town looking for guys to pick up for sites? So realistically, how long would it take for you to make a profit as a brand new baby construction company?
Man, bro, I did like 2019, 2018. I had some extra money, so I started landscaping business. Man, I was making profit the same month, like within the same month.
Okay.
I mean, but I mean, it just became too much because the person I had went into business with, right, well, it was my father-in-law. I mean, he's a. I don't think he understood the plan as far as like I'm trying to tell him like, look, we might not be able to pay ourselves right now, right? Like, just help me go and bust ass real quick, and we'll do everything by ourselves,
Yeah.
and then later on we'll make some money.
Yeah.
And this was me going by myself. I was getting gigs in the Woodlands area, like Katy area, Spring, all the nice areas in Houston. I
Right.
was
Right.
getting gigs out there, but it became so much work that I said I can't do this shit no more.
Okay.
I just can't. Man, there's money, man, because you can advertise as doing it all, even if you don't know how, right? You can say you do electrician work, you do tile work, painting, everything. You can make pools, you can do landscaping, you can put everything on your business card. And if somebody hits you up, bro, we go find some people to do that, like easily. Like it's really just middleman in this shit, right? Like, oh, we get the job, okay, this how much it's gonna be, and then we'll go get these people to do it.
That's crazy. I mean, cause no, I hear everybody talk about it, but only you break it down from like grassroots level. Like this is how it works on the underbelly of it. Like this is
Yeah, man. Like, and
yeah.
don't get me wrong,
I
there's
hate
this.
when motherfuckers kind of gloss over this shit and be like, yeah, like no, there's way more to it. So no, go ahead, man, break it down for
Yeah,
us.
no, there's money to be made, man. Like I do things like that myself, bro. Like I post things online, certain areas here and there, right? Like if I'm working, I'm working, right? So it's not like I'm desperate. I need this job to come from me. I'm working.
Yeah,
But I mean, I'm trying to hustle. I'm trying to make more, right? So I just post shit in Craigslist or wherever. Like, you need any type of work done, mechanical work, or you need some painting done. You want to get your yard cut. I'll just post it, and every now and then I'll get hit up. And I mean, I can make some money to this shit. Okay, I know I can go into the trenches out there in Home Depot and talk to all these people and see who's gonna come work and do it, right? Like I can do all that.
right.
So man, there's money in there. It's quick money. And then once you get in with the construction little groups, sometimes they got so much work, man, that they just have to give the
Got
jobs
to
over
give it
so
to
they don't
somebody.
lose it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man, there's so much work, but it's not just Texas, right? Like the dude I got who's almost a millionaire now, he my homie. Man, he be going to Maryland. He goes to like Tennessee. He goes
Okay.
all over, all over.
Okay.
He gets big contracts though from like these really big companies.
So let me get this right. So the housing, the new housing developments, those are contractual government contracts.
Yeah. That's gonna come off a contract, and they've already built relationships with these developers, right? So
Right.
they use the same people all the time. But then the deadlines start to come, and they're not gonna meet it. So then shit hits the fan. They need to go out and there and find people to come help. So they'll go and just look online, and the first one that pops up, they'll just start calling people. Can you do the job, or what's your bid? And they'll just hire them. Like but see, it's not even so much. Like man, bro, 50 racks is enough to go and buy a piece of land somewhere. Get these people to come build them damn duplexes on top of it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
like we ain't gotta be a developer, right? We start renting out these duplexes or something, or build a couple of nice, beautiful houses in some area and sell the house, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like the the profit margin is so high because, not saying that you should pay people less, but I mean, you're only worth what you negotiate. So if you're gonna take the less money, that's not my fault, right? That's not my problem. You agreed to take that. So
Right.
if you're gonna take less money, I mean, I'm gonna pay you that. I mean, that's the only reason why there's so much money in it, man.
So, do most Americans have it wrong when it comes to their outlook on the immigrants? Because everything you said to me is like, well, shit, yeah. If they can do all this for the cheap, for the low, let them in.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to, I mean, they're not taking a job from me, but I don't want that job. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
when you hear people say that, how does that make you feel? Because I hear that shit and I be like, you want to clean toilets? Or you want to
yeah, I mean,
wash?
you
You
want to
want to do
go,
laundry? I mean, like,
you want to roof in the sun? I don't want to stand on the roof, roofing in the sun. Like, I
yo,
mean,
when I
if I
see
had
guys on them
to,
crazy ass 90-degree slopes on the roofs, I'd be like, oh my
man,
God, pray for these guys. Because if one of them slips and fall, like, that's it.
that's it, man. Then, insurance, so like they probably don't have no insurance, no benefits or nothing like that, and then their families, that's it. But until I seen, well, I don't know, man. I seen a video. I think you played it about it was a police officer who couldn't speak English for shit, right? It was all chopped up, and I'm like, that's different, right there. That's crazy, right there. I don't know if I believe that, right? Because I'm like, damn. But I'm not gonna. I don't see who they're taking work from, right? Like I'm trying to, if like I do CNC work now, so like the goal would be to go work at Halliburton, right, or one of these big ass companies.
Mhm.
I mean, there's no immigrants that's gonna go take my spot. If anything, when I get into a company, the illegal immigrants there are threatened by me, and they start to dislike me and treat me differently. Or they're like, damn, he speaks Spanish too. Oh, damn, he can talk English real well, and then I'm like, well, shit, and then they don't like me right
Now,
away, almost immediately.
is that the same in reverse? Like, okay, so you don't want to compete, so you don't want to learn English, don't want to learn to do the little things that can get you further ahead. That's the same argument to some Americans here. Like, so you don't want to learn Spanish, you don't want to learn a second language to help you get ahead, to kind of, So is that kind of the same argument on both sides? Like,
Well, I mean, the difference here is we're here, right? Like, I mean, we're in America. We've been speaking English since the beginning of fucking United States America, right? Since it started, probably. So it, it's crazy to think that you have to learn a second language to go out and order some food somewhere. That to me is crazy, right? But it would help. Yeah, yes, technically it would help if you can speak the language. You might be able to put on your application, and maybe you might get overlooked. I mean, maybe you might not get overlooked versus someone else who's not bilingual. But if you've been here 20 years illegally in a company and you're still making the same amount of money, and I get hired on and they start me out more than you can't be upset with me or mad at me. You don't want to learn. You've been here 20 fucking years. Like, learn English.
right.
That's crazy, right? Like, I mean, it's not that hard. Certain thing like that, not that hard. But I don't think it's the same, man, because I mean, we're here. We're not in Mexico trying to start a life over there, right? We're over here. So they're trying to make people out here change their way of living, their language, right? Like, oh, you need to speak the language. Well, since when? Why? Like, I don't get that, right? I don't understand it.
It's funny because on my way home, I seen a billboard, McDonald's billboard, complete in total Spanish. I was like,
They're taking
wow.
over, man.
And I'm
They're
like, I
taking
can
over,
read
bro.
it. I'm like, okay, chicken nugget, French
Yeah, well, we know
fries.
you bilingual, bro. We know you bilingual, bro.
I'm semi bilingual.
Yeah.
But it kind of threw me off that the entire ad was in Spanish. Normally, it would have the English words either underneath or
Yeah.
somewhere on the side of it, but it was completely in Spanish. I was like, wow.
Man, it's crazy you say that McDonald's, because the other day I had stopped at McDonald's, right? And I'm inside, and some white dude walks in, and there was this new dude that was training, right? And his English was chopped up, man, like chopped up. He couldn't speak it.
It's a
So
chopped
he's
up.
talking to the dude, right? And he couldn't get, like, they're trying to discuss the money part. And the older white man too, the older white man, man, he went to talking shit, like, and that, like, I was like, man, in a way, bro, like, I feel him, right? Like, I feel you, like, but then again, I'm like, you were just nasty. You're just an asshole, right? Like, that was just a little, like, the dude's cheeks got all red, and like he put his hands down and head down. I'm like, I just felt bad for him because, like, he's trying to work at McDonald's, right? Like, it's, but a lot of people feel like that. Like, what, man? I'm trying to come over here and spend my money at your place of business. Why would you hire somebody that doesn't speak English? It doesn't make sense. Like, why do that?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna pay them less money. I mean, you're doing it. Can't just be you're a good person. Let me hire immigrants, right? Like, why else would they do it? Especially McDonald's, where you got to communicate with people all day. You got to talk to
All
customers
day,
all
every
day.
day.
Yeah,
But
that just
but
makes no sense.
but do you think that that would help speed up the learning process? Just throw them in the fire and be like, okay, sink or swim, kid. You gonna learn this language
Well,
or not?
most of the time, like in that particular situation that I was talking about, he obviously had some family that was working there or something, right? Some ladies, because they came out to come talk and help him. But I don't think they're ever getting thrown in the fire, man, because somebody they know works there, and oh, can you get me in? Yeah, I can get you in. So don't worry about that part. You'll learn a little bit, or
Mm-hmm.
but it's still it's just crazy that you would hire someone to work drive through who doesn't speak English.
That's counterintuitive. Even I'm
Yeah,
like,
man,
yikes.
that's crazy. Like, you don't see that shit at Chick-fil-A, right? I mean, Chick-fil-A, everybody
Listen,
finna.
they don't they don't play that
I feel
shit.
good when I get to Chick-fil-A. Man, nobody talked to me this nice in a while. Shit.
um. Well, let me ask you. How? I guess maybe this is part of the propaganda, but you don't wake up with this shit on your mind every day, do you? Like, as far
Nah,
as
nah. I mean, it's not like when I was back in the other area. But I would say Saturday and Sunday, I woke up with the shit on my mind, right? Like, because I already knew I was about to go out there into some shit right now. Like, I'm not
okay,
gonna be able to drive to the store normally. I'm not gonna be able to take my children to the park normally
okay,
on Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, because they own a piece of property out there that's considered like the biggest outdoor flea market in Houston.
mm-hmm.
And man, dude, it's all the illegal immigrants set up their boots there. And when I tell you that they park wherever they want to park, the side of the street, no fire zones everywhere. They've had to build intersections in the middle of this street in Houston because of how much people come on Saturday and Sundays. Like, they've had to put extra lights up and shit, like all kinds of things.
Okay, but wouldn't the city be like, okay, we'll let y'all come in, but you're gonna have to pay this tax of
You
some
would think.
sort. So no like illegal tax
I
fee? Like,
mean,
hey, I know you not got your paperwork, but I need that 50 about you. You know.
you would think that for Houston to be allowing this shit to happen in this part of Houston, that there's got to be some money involved for them, right? But if you're undocumented and you have a business that's making money, then you're not going to pay taxes. You're not going to pay no taxes.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I just heard somebody's conversation the other day about how illegals don't pay taxes. You are the perfect person to answer this question for me. Because I heard, well, yeah, if they get a job, they pay taxes. And I'm sitting here like, no, I don't. Do they pay taxes when they come over here and get a job?
Well, I mean, if you're on payroll somewhere, I would assume you're going to get
Okay, if it,
sure.
okay, here's what I know. When I used to work at the lumber yard, 95% of them were illegal,
Yo,
and I knew the chick that worked in HR, and she said pretty much all of them had fake social security numbers. And once she did reject because they were so bad, like it was like so obvious, like I can't hire you. I can't even
yo,
afford. I can't fake this shit for you. So they're on payroll. Sure, they're paying their FICA and whatever the case may be. But are they really paying? Because it's not them.
yeah, I mean, they're not paying the fair share, right? Like, and that's what people are upset about. Are people that they get riled up about it. Like, you started a business out here, you made it, you're successful. Congratulations, that's good for you, right? But you didn't fucking get taxed every year, right? Like, I mean, I was paying 10, 11, 12, $13,000 a year in taxes. Like, I was having to borrow money to pay my taxes and shit when I was running my business.
Yeah.
And it's gonna piss someone up like me off when I see a dude out here with this big ass truck and brand new house, and I start talking to him about his taxes and his thing. They don't pay that. They
They
don't pay
don't pay.
that shit. They don't pay that like at all. Like, they probably consider that sales tax that they're paying. Oh, we pay taxes. Like, nah, buddy. Like,
That's not
we
this.
all put money into a pot every fucking year, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, they say it stimulates the economy, right? But you can only stimulate it so much if you continue just taking from it as well.
Okay.
It doesn't balance out. It doesn't balance. Like your workers are illegal. You're paying them less. You're not paying taxes for each worker you have.
Right.
You don't have the proper insurance. So I mean, if you can get away with it and do it, I guess okay, do it, whatever. But man, it's now to the point where it's like, if you can't beat them, join them. I guess shit. I don't know. I mean, they starting to take over. It's a done deal, bro. For Greens Point to not be predominantly black, and that is great. If you were born and raised in Houston, and if someone hears me saying that, they would be like, okay, well, where at in Greens Point are you at? Cross the freeway by 45 and Aldine Bender, and you can't tell me that they ain't took over that entire damn area completely, like 100%.
How long did it take for that to happen?
Man, this was like within the last 2 to 3 years, to where I was like, damn, like I can't send my wife to the store no more. She used to be able to go out, go get her nails on her own or whatever, or go do this, whatever, just normal shit. But I cannot do that now in that area where I was just at. Like, I cannot do that now. Once the sun goes down, it's over with.
Okay. I want you to address this. I like what Raj said. Raj says they can collect Social Security by becoming a citizen. Why would they have? There's no incentive for them to do so.
Yeah, well, there's no plan for them to collect. Like, that's not
Right.
in their plans at all, right?
Okay. Break it down. I mean, that's why you here, bro. Break it down.
They're gonna come, and the plan is they already have family here, right? They're already in construction working. So the plan is to make enough money and leave a business behind to your children so they can make money. And a lot of them do become successful, but I have never heard an illegal immigrant say, "Man, I get to go get some Social Security when I get 65 or something," right? Like that's not.
That's not even in the realm of possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they might. There might be some who do it, but you don't. Man, you don't.
You don't come here to collect a Social Security check. Okay.
That they're still working at 65. I mean, they're still out there doing construction at 65, right? Like a lot of them work till they're old.
Yeah.
But they're so good at. They're really good at saving money, and they're really good at. And if you live in an apartment with 10 people for 5 years, I can only imagine the type of money you can save up, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's not illegal. Well, man, I think that is illegal. You can't have that many fucking people in a one bedroom.
That's a fire has fire occupancy. Yeah. So many. Yeah.
But that area in Greens Point, like that's all you see. Now I gotta be locked in. You better stop. They don't do that. You cried at the gun range. You went to the gun range. She shot the gun and started. I turned back. She's crying. What the fuck?
Did you ever shoot a 45, sir?
Well, I mean, if it was a 9, right? It was
okay.
But I felt bad. I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, man, those things kill you. Yeah, they kill people. What the fuck? Like, I had to go rent like a little 22 from there. So and then she thought she was all bad afterwards. You're like, record me. I'm like, pop, goddamn.
She's just trying to injure somebody. Like, she ain't trying to maim nobody for life and no shit.
Yeah, man. It get loud in there. It get loud inside the gun range. Like, people were shooting big ass guns next to us. So,
that is crazy.
But yeah, man, it's if there's a plan in there to come over here and receive any type of government benefits, then I haven't ran into or met someone like that. But
at least not long term. If I can say that.
There's not. I mean, if you were become a citizen, then eventually, if you can get it, then yeah, why not? Of course they're gonna get it. But that's not even an option to them, right?
Right.
It's not even an option like at all. Like you can maybe get some food stamps or something, right? But there's no. It's like they're so scared to try because they think they're going to get deported, right? Or they're going to get. So a lot of them are still in fear because they don't know how easy they have it here yet. Like, yeah, y'all got it made right now. Like, you're not going to get deported, right? They're going to put you up in the damn immigration building over here is nicer than 75% of the houses around here. Like, they're getting free plane tickets to travel places right now, right? And I'm like, this shit's crazy. Like, can I get a free flight to go fucking get a job somewhere or something? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, man. Maybe it does sound like a little envious, like I'm hating a little bit, right? But I mean,
I wouldn't call it hate. I mean, I think most people want to be on an even playing field. Everybody, that's like, hey, we're all competitors, but he's on steroids. Like, nah, that's not cool.
Yeah,
And
it's just
give us
not right.
all
It's not
steroids,
cool.
and then we'll see who's the best.
Yeah, let all of
So
us get a business loan like that, right? Or let
yeah,
all of
yeah,
us get
yeah,
something.
yeah.
But then if we fuck it up, then we fuck it up. It's our fault. But
Right, right.
it's not it's not cool, right? Like, yeah, I do shit to get from I get shit from the government, but I lie. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta lie about it, right? And if I get caught, I might get in trouble for this shit, right? Like, yeah, I would have been better off being illegal and just trying to
Dr.
receive some
Eddie
shit or something. But
Guerrero.
you know, yeah, you gotta plan shit out. I gotta make fake. I gotta do all kinds of shit, right? But I'm like, I'm gonna get my fair share somehow. But goddamn, I mean, it really is crazy, man. I wouldn't say there's no such thing as me seeing people out here who are, oh, look at this nice couple who came out here with their children and they just want to work.
Mhm.
And they're not doing that, dude. They're drag racing on the weekends with their fucking Mexico flags and shit on the back of their truck. And then the type of person I am, then I get angry because I'm like, damn, dude, like, well, you rep and you're so fucking prideful. Then why are you, well, take that shit back over
Why
there
you?
then, right? Like, what you doing?
Uh-oh. Sound like Tariq Nasheed. Why did you flee?
I mean,
Don't do that.
that's what I'm saying. You're
Do
gonna come over here and rep that shit, and I don't care if you're playing music loud or whatever, but they're just after a certain time it starts to irk me because I'm like, you really just like you just prideful like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? You like take that shit back over there, then go back over there and work.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a job taken from me, right, from illegal immigrant. And there's probably been jobs that I've taken or I was looked at first for like a supervisor job for
Mhm.
other ones, but that's completely their fault, right? That's 100% their fault. You've been here far too long to not be able to fluently speak English. There's no excuse to that, right? That's just lazy. Like you don't want it, like you don't want it like that. So then you can't look at me like I came in here and took your job because I can speak both languages or something. But that's the only issue I run into when it comes to the work, right? Because I've never had a job taken from me by illegal immigrant. I
Yeah.
don't think I have, but
So is it fair to say that once you get past a certain job classification, that's when the separation gets, when you get, I guess, supervisory, upper management, that's when it's like, okay, now y'all ain't no threat because y'all can't speak the language.
yeah, like the positions I'm going for, right? Like they're definitely not a threat, like at all. And in the industry I'm in now, like the dude who like basically showed me everything I know now, he was an illegal immigrant, right? But he's been doing this shit for like 40 years. And
He
like
ready to cash
he
out.
just knows so much.
Okay.
Yeah, he knows everything there is to know about the machine. So they had to make him a supervisor, right? Like they had no choice. Nobody else knew shit better than him. But I mean, somebody who's been here for that long, I mean, yeah,
I wouldn't say, but yeah, he's the exception. I wouldn't say that's the
yeah,
standard. Like, yeah,
yeah. No, there's no the positions that I'm going to trying to work for, right? Like I'm trying to if I'm gonna work for a company, I want to be a boss. I want to be a
yeah.
supervisor, something like that. So there's no competing with them for that, right? Like there's not, but they do take work away from a lot of other people who may want to come and like maybe convicted felons, right? Who are trying to look for a job now and
Okay.
they reform their life and they're doing better. They're not going to get looked at all, right? They're just not. They're going to give the job to an illegal immigrant who could be a fucking convicted felon over there. He could have been raping women out there in Mexico or something, right? A murderer or something. You don't know that, but just take care of ours first, right? Just look out for our people first.
Okay. So is this an issue amongst those that have no real competitive skills? That's a you're a non-skilled worker issue. That's doesn't that don't they take your jobs, that has nothing to do with us because we're over here. We
Yeah,
have
yeah,
skills, certifications, things of that nature.
yeah. I mean, okay, man, yeah, that's a good point because I didn't even think about that. Like the people who are going to these damn schools, trade schools, to get certified for. I mean, maybe they could speak on it better if they are having jobs taken from them. But the jobs that matter, like you still see all the same white dudes who are the foremen at these big ass companies, and
I'm when you say the construction companies, all I see is old white dudes that run it,
that
and
run
all
it.
the
Yeah, they run
employees
it.
are.
They're
Yeah.
not stupid though. They're gonna go get the damn cheap labor though, right? I mean, if they're gonna be here, why not, right? Like who wants to pay more for labor? I mean, of course not. And then they do the same job or if not better, then that's different, right? But the only thing they might be watering down is maybe the type of money you can go and bid on a job or something, right? Because maybe, but they're bidding high ass. They're getting paid, man. They're making big money,
Mhm.
like big money. I see. in the neighborhood I grew up in, it's the like man, it's the hood, like it's the slums. And I go and drive down that street now, and you just see two-story houses being popped up all down the block, and it's all family, it's all Mexican or immigrants who came, made money, and they're gonna build a two-story house in the hood. So I'm like,
Okay,
damn man, that's a
help me dispel this notion that the people that are coming over are dirt poor, because that does not seem. Listen, you just
you
don't
ain't
walk.
dirt if you dirt poor, you ain't coming over here. I mean,
Okay,
that's just not gonna
that's
happen, right? Like,
right. And then when they do get their feet on the ground, the first thing they go get is that big ass dually,
yeah,
the
yeah,
F two.
hell yeah, I think the trailer and everything, and boxed in trailer, all kinds of shit. You're not if nobody just coming over here with a shirt on their back, right? Like that's just stupid. Like you're gonna come, oh, we're gonna come do the American. No, you got someone over here. You already had a couple grand to get over here.
Okay,
You got some money somewhere so you can go and live and stay and eat. But they get put work to right away, and they're allowed to live in a house with other people, and they look out for each other, right? That's what makes it so much better for them because they look out for each other. But no, you're not coming over here. If I mean, dirt poor to us is and to them is a little bit different though, right? Like they might look at me and think I'm balling, right? Well, I mean, I really ain't got shit, but to them, that seems like a lot. But man, they're not dirt poor coming over here, man. See how much them damn cowboy boots cost and them hats and
hey,
them
not
belt
that
buckles,
the ostrich boots, bro. They get
man.
the
Man.
my daddy bought a pair of ostrich, 1,200. I was like,
God
1,200.
damn,
Yeah.
you can walk around with them. You can walk around with them
Hey,
boots,
he wore
man.
them shits like once a year.
Damn. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody just go out there and afford this type of shit, right? Like
Yeah.
and a lot of them tap into the illegal drug market because when they get to Houston, they see how crazy it is, man. So all they gotta do is make a phone call to Julio or Juan, right? Man, the next people that are coming over, give them a couple backpacks for me. They bring it over here and they get their shit, and then that's how it starts, right? Like a lot of shit starts like that for them. I mean, and I'm not hating on that, right? I want my piece of the pie too. Shit,
Then they end up being sicarios and shit, man.
yeah, man. And then that's when they start forming their groups over here, and then they,
Yeah.
they all got money, right? And when you see them driving up and down Houston with the music banging and all the flashy shit, it's because they don't give a damn, right? Like they're gonna shoot you. Like you think we probably could beat them up, but they're gonna shoot you at. They're gonna pop you and run away, and they ain't gonna if they don't get caught, you're never gonna get caught, and they don't know who you are. They don't know who they is. But yeah, there's no it could be very very small amount of people who come over here dirt poor, like oh, we just made it out of there. But it's not even that bad in Mexico for them to be like, we're gonna leave everything and just get over there, right? Like it's not
Okay.
even that bad.
Okay. Can you speak to that? Because once again, that's where the propaganda comes in. Because I think the average American thinks Mexico is slums.
Man, Mexico, parts of Mexico better than Houston, bro. Like the restaurant facilities, the place, like it looks better than over here. And then there's not as much crime, right? Because out here, there's everybody out here, but there's no type of this narrative that they just need to escape from over there because they're just hanging people or they're doing this or that. The cartels are murdering everybody. It's not like this. The media is making it sound like the dream over here to them, right? So then they want to get over here and yeah, you make more money, right? Like $10 an hour over here is really good money for them. $15 an hour is fucking they don't made it. If they're making 20, they're rich, right? Like and $20 an hour is it's okay, but that's not gonna take care of me and my children and my wife and all of
No.
us. Right? Like, I need more than that.
No.
But they'll come over here and take the jobs like that, and man, it's not that bad over there. It's not. I mean, why people still vacation over there every
I
every
mean,
single
yeah,
year?
the dentistry people go over there to get their teeth worked on and stuff. I'm just like,
Yeah, you get you a BBL out there, all type of shit, right? Like you could do it all, man. You can get you some prescription drugs. I mean, it's not that bad, right? It's only bad if you go out there, you trying to stunt or you trying to act bad, right? Like yeah, you're gonna get checked real quick. Like they're gonna definitely protect their assets out there, right? Like
as they
it's
should.
not that
Yeah.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
the cartels are making businesses out there and putting all kinds of resorts and shit like that. They want people. It's not like that, man. It's just the money difference. That's all it is, right? It's just the money
hmm
difference. They get more opportunity over here,
hmm
right? I think you can't just go to school normally like we would out here, public school that gets paid for and shit, right? Like you got to pay to go to school out there, type things, or they just see it as over here is the dream that they can make it out here. So they want to come, but it's not like it was when Fidel Castro and people were like trying to get their ass out of there to come over here, right? It's nothing like that. It's not that bad, man. It's really not.
Why don't we take it? Why aren't we taking a page from their book as far as how they pull their resources together?
Man, that's the problem, right? That's the thing where it's like, why don't we do that shit, right? Why are we not doing that, right? But
Is okay? Could that be part of the optics why they view us as lazy?
yeah, they probably view us like because we're selfish or think that we don't care about family or one another, right? Or but that's not the case, right? There's a lot of people out there. I'm like that. I wish I got two other siblings. From the moment we got into the workforce, if we had started putting our money together for a few years, we'd be working for ourselves, right? Like not answering to nobody. So maybe it's an American thing or something, right? Maybe it's like, nah, I don't want to do shit with you, or I don't want to see you do better, or I don't know what it may be, but like my family, my siblings, my mother, like that was our tribe, right? Like who the fuck else are we supposed to
See,
do it with
that's
if
not
not
how
with each other?
I respect it, but that's not how once we all got our chances to get out the house, we
Yeah.
did. Like we
We
never
were
thought about,
gone.
hey, family, let's come together and do something. Fuck, I don't want to work.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's it.
Everyone trying to leave the house at
Yeah. Oh my
18, right? Like,
goodness.
but I see it now. I would not ever tell my babies. I would hope they wouldn't want to leave at 18, right? Like,
Yeah.
I like having them around. I mean,
Yeah.
it's. But if they want to go out and be on their own, I get it. But there's always gonna be a home for my babies to come back.
Oh
Like, I
no,
want to
no,
start
you're
something like
right.
that.
We all wanted to leave, but our parents always said, "Hey, if you need to come back and reset and
Yeah,
try it, you can always, the door is always open." But we which was cool, but it came with some stipulations behind that shit.
yeah.
Like
You
wait
gonna,
a
you gonna hear
minute.
that shit every day. Yeah, every day you gonna hear some shit. They are gonna shoot slugs at you, talking about why ain't the trash took all kinds, some kind of shit, right? Like where you buy,
It's a
why you buying
setup.
beer?
Yeah.
You got money for beer, huh? Shit, something
Yeah.
stupid, right? But I would never like, man. I couldn't wait to get out the house either, right? But
Yeah.
I was raised by a single mom, and but when I look back on it now I just feel bad. Like, right, I
Okay.
just feel bad for how she had to live life and for the way that she sees life and the way she sees things. I'm like, damn, man, like they really got to my mom, like whoever it is that's running the show, right? These people really got to my, like the older generation got fucked over like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like y'all sit there and like when the news comes on and I'm like, damn, man, like
Well,
y'all really
think
eat
about
this
it.
shit
They
up.
were the first generation that kind of grew up in front of the TV.
Yeah,
The radio, silent generation's radio, boomers was like the TV, and that's all their information came from. So when I tell motherfuckers like Gen X is the best, because we the first ones to tell y'all, hey, this ain't what it is. So, and everybody before us, all they had was TV and radio. There was no
but
room to
you can't
question.
take that much credit though because y'all kind of responsible for Gen Z in a way too. You know what I'm saying?
And
Y'all kind of fucked
listen,
us over with
bruh,
that one.
no, no,
Y'all
no, no,
fucked us over with
no.
that one.
We can't help what happened after.
You ain't get grab no little dudes and try to be a big
Hey,
brother
we
to them and
can't-
school them or like,
we
damn
did
man,
our
like
part.
yeah,
But
there was no
yeah, I would tell Mini Me, yo, you can always stay with Dad, and I wouldn't charge you no rent, and I wouldn't
yeah, get
make you
on your
pay
feet,
bills,
yeah.
because how else you gonna save money? I mean, I get it, trying teaching her to be responsible and whatever, but how's she gonna save money if I'm taking her little check?
Yeah, that's man, it's messed up, right? Unless a family needs it, right? But ideally, if you have a home and your child can live in it until they're 22, 23, 25 and save their money, you're setting them up for success better than any college could. Like hands down.
It's funny because I know some Indians in their 30s, grown as shit, still live with their parents, and they're in
I
their
bet you
30s,
got nice whips, huh?
and they're in tech. They drive Lexuses and ain't no shame with that. Like, yeah, I'm going home to
Yeah,
my mother.
man.
Yeah, like, okay
Out here,
then,
you say you live with your mom. You don't want nobody wants to tell people that shit, right? And like,
bruh.
oh, it's a bad thing, right? But man, I
Let
wish I had a home to go to like that.
let one of us say we going home. You live with who? Live with my mom.
Man, they'll look
What?
at you like you ain't shit. I'm like, I wish my mom had a home to fit me and my children and my
What?
wife. Can I come live for free for a little? Man, I'll
You
be right there.
It's
I'll be right
crazy
there.
the dissonance. You wouldn't ever question an Indian man's worth as a
No,
man if he. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, the stigmas do a lot of shit, but now the older generation they got screwed over, man. Like my mom really did get all the older mothers, right? Like hold that L Gen X. Yeah, I mean
Man,
Gen
we
X
ain't
kind
never
of did
ain't
got
no
here.
L's to hold.
I mean,
Damn, number W's.
we just being real, right? Like we be real. A lot of Gen X don't like to wash dishes either. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean,
Hey, that nigga wash dishes. Don't let him fool you, man.
he
Talking about he
wash
don't
dishes. He
wash
lying like a
dishes.
motherfucker. Yeah, I don't even believe he's married at this point,
That's
right?
what I'm trying.
I don't believe it, bro.
We know. We
Yeah,
know.
ain't no way.
We know
Ain't no
our
way.
kind.
How the hell you gonna sit here and talk about this shit every day like that? You was not married, bro. I don't believe it.
My
You
God.
just say it to you. Just he
It
just saying it
sounds
to make people
nice.
think that she got like, oh,
we
he's a real man. He got a wife, and you know the fuck.
we know our own.
Yeah, you telling me when your wife was pregnant with y'all children and them ankles was swollen, you didn't wash them damn dishes? You lying. He lying. He lying. There ain't no
These,
wife. There's no wife.
these guys, man.
Yo, this
Um,
bullshit.
man, is I mean, this topic, I don't think will ever slow down to like a. I don't think. I think it's always going to be a hot button issue moving forward. Um, I what is your advice to not be affected by the influx moving forward? Is it the fight and climb the social ladder to keep the space? You know, to get further away. Cause that sounds like
Yeah,
you're running
well,
away
I
from the
mean,
problems. Because eventually, you know, a few of them may
they're gonna
make
come
it
find
through.
you. Yeah,
Huh.
probably gonna come find you, right? But I would say that just don't go to an area that's like that because I mean Houston's a big city, right? It's a really big city, and there's a lot of places out here that. But when it like man, they're starting to move to these nicer areas and stuff too. But I mean, I would just say don't. There's really nothing, no advice. They're coming. They're not stopping. They're still coming. Like right now, they're crossing that damn border right now as we speak. By the 20s, by the 30s, like over and over. But maybe maybe Messiah is coming or something, right? Maybe someone's coming to come help. I don't know, man. There's really nothing I could say, but make enough money to get away and just be away from everybody, right? But man, oh look, I have a one of my cousins is married to this girl, and his girl's brother is a representative or a state rep over here, right?
Okay.
And he's of course 100% fucking Democrat, 100%, which I don't understand still. Yeah, he grew up in the hood, but I'm like, you made it into politics. You know, I figured you'd get to the other side of the veil already and see this shit, right?
Really? Okay. Okay. Okay.
There's a video going around right here, a viral, and y'all might have seen it, but he's arguing with the white dude, right? And he's telling them, "Y'all are supposed to be my boys," like because they stopped something with immigration or they did something, right? And he's arguing with him, and I'm like, you dumbass, like you're not illegal. None of your family's illegal. Like, what are you talking about your community? Like, it's all an act, bro. Like, it's an act. Like, that's gonna get them the Latino vote, I guess, right? Like, I'm here to help my community and help but none of your people are illegal immigrants. All your people are here legally. Like what? Like I don't know if y'all seen it, but if he's arguing with another white dude in front of him, and like there's a lady behind him who's like agreeing over there, like co-signing his shit
Okay.
and videotaping him, and like he's all passionate. He was like, "Man, y'all really hurt me," and I'm like, "Man, this dude's full of shit, bro. Like full of shit." But man, yeah, he's a state rep. I want to. Yeah, he's a state rep. I don't know how
The
high that is up the totem pole, but
the only thing I could come to is him growing up because of Democratic funded,
yeah,
operated programs, subsidies, maybe some food stamps here and there. So I could see how that's the only reason I could see someone, you know, if the
yeah, man.
programs helped you, then I expect you to kind of lean towards that side of the
Yeah,
fence.
he living in with the white folks now though, right? I mean, he living in a nice area. He's not, but growing up, we were all like the whole area I lived in was all programmed to be Democrat, right? Like that's what you're gonna be. And
Yeah.
if you're not, you're a disgrace to the neighborhood type
Yeah.
shit. But
Yeah.
like it's crazy, man. But I would think that if you went to college, okay, he's a lawyer too, right? Like when he went and took the bar and all that. And I went back and forth with him on some shit before, over and over. And I'm just like, dude, just let me. I just can't. I can't, right? Like you got the degree. I'm a dumbass to you, so whatever, right? Like, I don't know what I'm talking about, but sometimes I think like, man, do they really? Does he fucking know? He knows. He's got to know.
Okay,
Can
you
they
know what's
all be
funny?
oblivious to this shit?
Funny story, because I can relate, because my youngest brother, he graduated from Harvard Law, and I don't even have family talks with him anymore because he does the whole, in his LinkedIn profile, he does the he him,
Oh shit!
right? He has a lady friend. He refers to her as his partner, not girlfriend, not lady, not fiance, not like, they call each other partner. And I was like, you know what? Nah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
raised by the same pops.
Yeah. What?
That's
Yes.
crazy, man. That's crazy, dude.
He's 10
That's
years younger
crazy.
than me. But once again, that's damn near a whole generation of indoctrination where I was well
Oh, yeah.
past. I was already out of, like, I see it for what it was.
Well, yeah, that's
And
Gen X fault for not schooling him. That's kind of your
yeah,
fault. You know,
I
kind of
just
Gen
I
X didn't fucking.
him and my dad go at it, but I'm just like, I'm good. I'm
So he
good.
does. You don't. So he doesn't. He doesn't know. No, or you think he knows and he just doesn't.
When we talk about attorneys and attorneys versus attorneys, barristers, esquires, we had these conversations.
Yo,
I would not have this conversation with him.
when he defends it, or I mean,
I mean, he's an attorney. Why would I waste my time saying, well, you're not a lawyer, you're an attorney, and there's a difference, and there's an
you're
esquire,
not
and there's
legally
a
supposed to be
barrister.
practicing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I why why would I
Yeah,
waste my time?
and people are gonna look at you like, oh, you were wrong. He's the attorney. You
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
shit, right? You know, we're
yeah. Like
dumb. Or,
that Harvard shit. No, no,
man,
no one,
Harvard. I
nobody,
don't say
nobody
goddamn.
questions him. Like nobody is like, oh, he graduated from Harvard. Y'all shut the fuck up. He talking.
Yeah, shut up.
Like y'all got
You
it.
can do your surgery and everything. God
Yeah,
damn,
I'm
man.
good. I'm good. It used to
Man, that's
bother me.
crazy, bro.
But now I'm just like, to the point I don't give a fuck. Like
So
no, I don't give a fuck.
the programming just gets us then, right? I mean,
Listen, yes, it is real. Like it is. Like, oh my god, he sent me a book to read, and I was halfway through it. Then he was talking about Bell Hooks. I was like, oh god, Bell Hooks. Like, yeah, I hear lots of bad things about her. I'm like, I can't talk with you, bro.
man. So like when it comes to doctors and shit, right? Like I be thinking like, man, they know, like they have to know, right?
The old
Or
ones know. These younger ones, they do as they're told.
you know, and it seems like they get rewarded more,
Yeah.
or that's crazy, man. It's crazy. I used to think all pharmacists know, like she knows the history of pharmacy, right? Like judges, DAs. I'm like, all y'all motherfuckers know what's going on,
You would
right?
think.
You would think, man, but I'm like, damn, maybe, just maybe some of them are just blind and dumb, right? Like,
Well, I'll take Ronnie number 2 for instance. She grew up Catholic. She's been a
yo,
nurse 40 fucking years, and she just the last 5-6 years just now getting away from that Catholicism shit. Now she's starting to see the medical industry as an industry because she still
yo,
wants to help every fucking body. I'm like,
yo,
you can't save everybody, but she's built like that. But she's slowly starting to, the more that the politics bite her in the ass, now she's like, you're right. I'm like, yeah, I'm right. It just took you a little bit longer to see.
I mean, yeah, it sucks whenever there's good people who want to genuinely help
Yes.
people, but it really is crazy, man. Like,
Yes.
y'all don't fucking, they're not for us. Like, they're not for us at all.
And when you
Take
see,
more medicine,
and when
do
you
more
see
shit.
them, right, and you see them like, this whole time y'all been lying to me. Oh, it's like,
Yeah, I'm like,
sorry.
the fuck. When it hit me,
Yes, they've been
when
lying
it
to
hit me,
you.
bro, it hits you. Like now I've been watching sports for all this fucking time, and I'm like, y'all sons of bitches been fucking. I went through depression, all type of shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep on. Right now, I know I'm not gonna continue. Like, I look at them all differently, and I was talking to my wife the other day, and it's crazy, bro, because like I was so into sports that it was like it wasn't nothing nobody could tell me. Like I had the headphones in my ears all day, listening to watching all the games. And I remember going through the emotions of being pissed off and breaking shit and
Yeah.
and then like I used to ride for like, man, like I used to argue with people with LeBron James. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that shit about Jordan, this and that. Like, stop it already, right? The stats and the matter. And then had I continued watching this shit, whatever LeBron James would have been pushing politically, I would
Yeah.
have went with it. And I'm like, they almost got me.
So when
Like,
did it change for you?
man, 2019, right before Kobe's death.
Okay.
Like right before Kobe's death, I'm starting to look at shit. I'm like, man, shit don't be adding up, right? Like I had already been doing research about like the whole pharmacia and the hospital industry, like the whole doctor stuff, right? But with the sports, I'm like, man, they're not. No, there's no fucking way. I'm like, no, it's not. And no, it is, bro. No, it fucking is, right? Like 100% it is, bro. Like now it's like, how do you not see it? How do you not
Exactly.
see it? But
Yes.
man, the programming is fucking strong, man. It's strong, man.
That's why I don't judge nobody that still believes what they're told. Like, yo, you're right. I don't even want to argue with you. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I get it. You can't. I mean, I can't judge them, right? Because they look at us and think we're dumb or fucking crazy, right? Like on drugs or something. But like, I'll see my mom when I go over there, and she has the news turned up so fucking loud, and then she's on her phone scrolling at the same time, TikTok or something. I'm like, man, like she's a zombie right now. Like you don't fucking like it's crazy, man. It's crazy how the news channel like it's like a spell. It's a spell, bro. It's some type of
Yo,
spell where they just got them hooked.
I Fox. I don't think people really underestimate. I think people really have underestimated the impact Fox News has had on
Man,
in the last 10 years. Like I think Fox News, out of any single media corporation, has just had a motherfuckers in a chokehold like no other. And
yeah,
I'm
man,
just
yeah.
like,
And I guess it's just a coincidence that Fox comes out to 666 numerically, right? I mean, shit. It's just a coincidence. It's crazy, man. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But I see it too with Fox. Yeah, they Fox News will have people out here fist fighting each other. If you watch a different news channel, right, and you have a different opinion, people will
yeah.
fight and argue over this
I
shit.
mean,
Like,
I go to my dad's. He's got Cavuto, the business news on, like, and he's just like, look at this shit here. I just like, this is the man that told me to question everything. Like, he gave me
yeah,
the ISIS papers and all these ill ass books when I was a kid to read. Like, he gave me all this. I'm like, getting upset over this damn Trump shit. I'm like, oh my god, oh my
yeah, it's
god.
crazy. I would say, like, you got a brother like that, and your pops raised you and him. That's just crazy, man. That they don't even
You know what?
That's what.
I just think when you have kids spaced out generationally, you're
Yeah,
gonna lose. Expect to lose at least one of them to the Matrix. You know.
man. Yeah, I mean, well, shit. Or look, I mean, this is where it may be too much, right? Like, I mean, okay, dude, you're crazy as fuck. But man, it be so strange shit that be happening sometimes. I'm in fucking Truman Show.
Yeah.
Like, these people ain't my family around me. Like, who the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's far, right? That's just far fetched. But man, it's I don't understand it, man. I'm gonna have a niece, or I'm gonna have a niece who's coming out the closet pretty soon. I can see it already. Little cousins, like I can already see it, right? I can see it. And I just feel bad because I'm like, damn, man, like why are you allowing them to still like? You can stop this shit right now. Like you can stop it. Like I don't know, man, but that's why I just worry about my babies and just
That's it.
my,
Like
my oldest boy is gonna be fucking crazy.
out of three kids, I look at it like, okay, 30% success rate. One gonna do good, one gonna be average, and I'm gonna lose one to whatever bullshit. I'm
Man,
just saying. That's it.
I mean, damn, man. I mean, well,
It's
I
sad.
mean,
It's sad to say, but that's how I look at it. Like, okay, it's all laws and averages, man. Because you know the
well,
odds
I
of me
mean,
having three
there's
winners in this day and age, like, I'm gonna lose one, at least one.
well, that could be that's subjective, right? What winning? What do you mean as winning, right?
Well,
But
I would winning to me would be one that would kind of mirror
yeah,
my train of thought, my reasoning, like
right.
how I would approach things and stuff like that. To me, that's winning.
Well,
We're all to a certain
why would
extent we're all
anyone?
still programming.
Yeah, yeah, I'm still programmed for
Yeah,
shit, right? Like I still catch myself, and I'm like, it's impossible, right? Like it's at every corner, everywhere you turn, right? There's something you can't. But I don't understand. Like, okay, I got three babies now, and I can't see it losing one of them to something, right? Like if I don't expose them or let them be in the public school system, or if I just like my 9-year-old son, man, like I don't like that word woke type shit, right? But like,
oh
man, that
god, I
little
hate that
boy,
word. I hate that
man, yeah, yeah.
word.
But like, if there's something to put it on that word, like, man, he'd be like, he start talking to me about shit. I'm like, damn, no, how you talking about the glass dome type stuff? I'm like, where are you? Like, he'd be questioning things and asking me questions, and I'm like, if all three of my children aren't like that, then I feel like I'm probably failed, man. But
Think about all the stress we grew up on. I like what Club Fortune said. I remember that Y2K shit, man.
man,
Y2K
my
had us
mom, I
stressed
remember
out.
that shit. Yeah. Man, I remember, and I was younger. I was younger for Y2K, right? But I was scared. I'm like, we finna lose everything, man. Like, she's finna hit the fan, and I didn't even understand it. I didn't know what it was. That's crazy, bro. Yeah.
So we gonna lose everything.
We were popping fireworks. I remember, like, oh yes, my mom came outside to come hug me, which is something like that me and her don't do, and that's why I thought it was weird. And she's crying, and I'm like, this that was that Y2K shit, and that was a big deal, man. I'm like, that's crazy, man. Nothing happened. None of it's happened yet, right? Like, no apocalypse, no zombie, none of it's happened yet, right?
Oh my
Like,
goodness, yeah. I
it's
mean,
just you got to play the game and get the money, man, and get on and get on. You got to get on for yourself.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think once again, my generation, we've seen enough of the agendas play out. Like we were
Yeah,
there when it first started. So I remember where I was when 9/11 happened. I remember Tulsa, the bombing. I remember all that shit from the 80s. Reagan getting shot. Like, and all those seeds that were planted. Now it's just like, God damn. The seeds, these weeds are tall as hell. Like, we
yeah.
seen it. And it's like, what do you do?
With 9/11 though, I mean, who when that happened, I don't think nobody like immediately, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure there was a few, but that took a while for me to really because it's such a big deal, and it's like, nah, there's no fucking way there's no way
Yeah.
those sons of bitches did it, right? Like yeah, it happened the way they say it happened, and then like our people are behind it, and it's like, man, if they'll do that, how is anybody still rocking with any damn side? Like, if they all planned that and did that to our people, I joined the service, bro, because I sat there and watched people jump out that building.
Right.
I was like in seventh grade, eighth grade, right? And I was like, damn, this is fucked up. Like, I'm gonna go fight for this.
Y'all
And
was ready to whoop somebody's ass over
yeah,
that
man,
shit.
they chain me, dog. They got me, man. Like, I got bamboozled every which way, man. I'm just like, for the older generation, that's when it's like, damn, like you come around and talk. I try to talk to my people about 9/11. I don't even
I
do
don't
it at
even,
all.
exactly.
Like, at all. Yeah, they think I'm already, they think I need to be admitted.
That's funny because I remember watching it when that couple jumped out holding hands together.
Man, dude.
I was like, God damn. Like,
Man, yeah. That's crazy, bro. To think about you gonna sit in here or jump and like, man, that shit was crazy, man. They didn't hesitate to do that to us, and
no,
people are still just like, yeah, that's here. Ain't no resist, right? They know that's the only war I'm signing up for is the war that we're gonna go and get this shit back, right? Like, that's the only one I'm.
I
That's the only one.
remember the space shuttle explosion in fifth grade. We watched that shit
Man,
on TV. So, I mean, we
damn.
pretty much grew up with trauma and stress and just,
Then did you hear the recording of the dude before? Have you heard that?
no.
They caught it. They just snippet of the dude that before the main one of the main astronauts, right? He had already known. He had been bringing up shit about something that was wrong on the shuttle, and he was making complaints about it. So like when it took off, then he already knew that they would. Man, there's like a little clip in her where he's like, "You son of a bitch!" Y'all, he's cussing somebody out, and I'm like, "Damn, dude!" Like, but no, no. I mean, the fucking government's gonna come help and repair everything and fix everything and save us all, right? I mean, we just got to pick better. Apparently, we got to pick a better person or something.
Wow. See, yeah, man. Like, so I can imagine what our parents went through: Kennedy assassination, Bay of Pigs, Cuban Missile Crisis, Vietnam. So they had their own whole shit of traumas, like, and they didn't even know what to, you know.
And
So
and
every
they're all gonna go believe in it still.
yeah, every generation they got a whole bunch of traumas just set waiting to just push the
Yeah,
button for them. So ain't no getting out. You know, the only thing you can really do is just be aware and just kind of catch yourself when you're going over the edge, and that's pretty much it. You know.
but you would think that your family would just listen, right? People just listen to you, right? Just listen, just hear me out, just listen. I'm not bragging or I'm not trying to sound like a genius, right? But like I'm like the smartest person in my family. Like intellectually when it comes to book smart, street smart, all around. Like I'm the smartest one in my family, and they would all come to me for shit. They would ask me questions, or they would. I used to help when I was a teenager. I used to help my sister with her homework from college and stuff, right? Like I used to help her, and it's like, damn. The other day, she's had a damn Kamala Harris sticker on her laptop, and I was like, what the fuck, like what, like I mean, I'm not judging them, but I'm just like, what, like we grew up in the same house, like it's crazy, like. She tells my niece, her daughter, oh, she wants to be president one day. I'm like, stop that. Please just stop that shit. Like, yeah, you okay, it's cool. You teach them to be whatever they want to. But she's not gonna be the president, bro. Like, it's not gonna happen, right?
Right.
We're not part of the bloodline. I mean, it's not gonna happen. But
I
I guess you just fill their head with the shit.
I just had to leave people where they're at and just meet them where they're at and just leave it at that. So I think the art of listening has also taken a down slope
Yeah,
as well. So
social media got everyone in the chokehold too. Yeah,
hey, man, yes,
yeah. Should have had you
Cobra
depressed
Clutch.
looking at shit. You know?
This motherfucker's in the Cobra Clutch.
Yeah, man, it's everyone faking it. Everyone putting their sports in their top 10 on their Facebook or Instagram, right? And you have you thinking like, damn, I ain't got shit. Like, damn, they living in vacations and doing all this and that, and it's all a front, man. It's all. I don't even. I mean, I guess YouTube's considered social media, right? But I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't have a Twitter, a Facebook, or anything like that. I made an Instagram just to go help argue with people for the shade room for you that one time, right? I don't even know. I'm gonna make one talk. We'll talk shit.
Hey, we be in that motherfucking dog. I ain't scared nobody up in that bitch. Yup.
Man, that shit get crazy, man. They will click on your ass so quick.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, hey. Oh, let me. What do you think about Diddy, man?
Man, bro. Okay, look, maybe I was saving this for a video, right? But I'm still gonna do it because I don't know. I mean, most of my subscribers are your subscribers on me. Most of them, right? Most of my people are your people. But I mean, I got a couple of new subscribers recently, right? So I was like, man, I got this video, man, bro. I'm just going. I'm still going to do the video, but I'm gonna tell you them here. I'm gonna tell y'all here.
Okay.
I was driving home the other day from work, right? And I like to engage in the little medicinal, right? So I'm smoking on the way home, and I listen to R&B or R&B. So I'm listening to Usher, right? Trading Places. I know it's a good song, right? A damn
Uh-huh.
good song. I'm up loud and I'm listening to it, and the shit hit me. I'm like, damn, this song was for Diddy. The song was for Diddy. There's too much shit in the song, bro, to not make you think that, right? Like,
Let me get to
so
researching. Let me go ahead and
I mean,
continue.
you can pull
Continue.
lyrics up. I could recite the lyrics for you, though. But you pull them up. But the one part where he tells him he's waking him up to a couple of Folgers, pancakes and eggs, breakfast in bed. Had he said Frosted Flakes, that shit would have gave it away right there, right? But who else was he fighting with Diddy, talking about breakfast with Diddy, right? Okay. Then he says, you're going to take me shopping, blow 30 on me, better yet, make it 60. Who else is talking about taking men shopping all the time, right? That's Diddy's thing.
Wow. Cup of
And then at the
Folgers,
end,
pancakes, and eggs. Oh, your
yeah,
breakfast in bed. Oh no.
okay, and then he says, I know he's meaning the song technically. Okay, we're trading places, so okay, I'm always on the tonight. I'm on top. I'm always on the top. Tonight I'm on the bottom, right? I'm
Oh
thinking, I
no.
didn't see that shit,
Oh
right?
no, bro.
I'm like, damn, maybe I'm onto something. This may be dedicated to Diddy or something, right?
You
But
get on top tonight. I'm on the bottom because we trading
man,
places.
bro.
No.
And then in the end, he's singing about your shirt. I mean, I'm gonna walk the dog, take out the trash from nothing but your T-shirt on. And I'm like, what the fuck, like. You're trading places. Okay, I can. That's gonna be the argument, right? You talk to the average person. Oh, he's singing to the girl. They're trading places. But who in the fuck? You're gonna walk the dog with his T-shirt on, and then he says,
Yeah, take out the trash with nothing but your t-shirt
yeah."
on. Oh
And I'm gonna
no.
press press your shirt and
Oh,
wrinkle mine up, bro. I'm like,
bruh.
this fucking song was for Diddy, bro.
Oh my god.
This is too much shit in it to be like.
Oh my god.
So, and I'm like, damn, man. And then I'm not promoting the use of marijuana. I'm just saying because and I'm like, I'm listening to the song, I'm jamming, I'm in the car singing by myself and shit. I like that song, but it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, damn. Had he said Frosted Flakes, it'd have been over with, right? Something referencing Frosted Flakes, it'd have been over with. Like we know they wrestled in the bed or in the morning for fucking Frosted Flakes with each other and stuff. But my old man Club Fortune Icon, that's a jam, bro. That should be, I be
It's a
jamming the
good
shit out of
song.
that.
I ain't gonna front. It's a good song, but just like one of Frank Ocean's songs is like, it's a good song, but I know that
Yeah, yeah,
it's
we
you're
know what you
singing to a
do,
guy,
man.
so I can't enjoy it. Bro, I've
Nah,
had
you
you
got
on for an
jam like
hour and a
that.
half. I know it's late over there.
What we at? Oh, it's 11:15. Yeah,
last
11:15 over
words for
here.
the people. Where can everybody find you and all your shenanigans?
Oh man, I'm trying to pivot as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I might do something different here or there. But now, Conspiracy University. That's the name of the channel. That's where y'all can find me at. Most of the people on here in the chat, they already y'all see me. Y'all chat every day here. But yeah, man, that's about it.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, my
Oh,
bad, bro.
but the Usher thing.
Huh?
Now y'all go and look at the Usher thing, right? Whoever I can't see
Yeah,
who's in the chat,
it's second and third verses,
but
man.
I know who your chat is, right? And I know they be jamming Usher. Y'all just go
And
listen to
listen,
this
I
shit, right?
still listen to R.
Listen to it.
Kelly.
Oh yeah,
What we gonna
I jam the
do?
shit out of R. Kelly, man.
What?
What?
Happy
Man,
people.
I'm listening to R. Kelly, but you ain't no other music to put on if you about to do some shit like
Well, you know
R.
what?
Kelly's.
I don't care for his love songs. I like his upbeat, happier songs.
Oh, now
So
you got me there. Now I'm talking about that. I'm talking about when a woman's fed up, or that
that's a classic. That's a
you
classic.
remind me of my Jeep, man. No, nah,
Okay,
man.
okay, okay. You know
He got some
what?
jams, bro.
Yeah,
Ain't
y'all
nobody
like
listening to the
nasty R. Kelly. I
Fiesta. You
like
know what I'm saying?
older R. Kelly when he was like, I'm gonna put this shit away.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
12 play R. Kelly. My man, Conspiracy University. Y'all go sub to his channel, please, and thank you, bro. Yeah, my bad. I should have been had you back on, so we gonna make this a thing. So thank you for breaking down the economics of the migrants, because from, like I said, no one's really broke it down from like ground level,
Yeah,
unless I hear you and Nick talk about it. Everybody else kind of like glosses over from the top. And I'm just like, I want the underbelly of it. So
yeah.
I
Everybody
appreciate
recites
that.
what they hear on the fucking news, man.
Yeah,
They hear it on
yeah,
the news,
yeah,
they recite it out here, and it's like, come on now.
yeah, yeah. All right, brethren, let me go and get up out of here, get some
All
rest,
right, bro.
bruh.
All right, man. You be safe, man.
Hey, for sure, for sure.
All right.
That's the homie Conspiracy University. I only rock with A1 day ones. I gotta get Nick back up here for 101 real soon, but he be working mad hours and, you know, be car wrecks and dead bodies and shit. That's what Nick be knee deep in car wrecks and dead bodies. Oh my God. I'm not making light of this shit, but Nick really do be knee deep in car wrecks and dead bodies. He better man than me, because I'd have cracked a long time ago. I'd have cracked. Nick is a better man. I'd have cracked a long time. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's my last dead body. I'm out. And that's it. I'm out. I'd have been quit. Nick better than me. Yeah, I got a dead body limit. I'm cool. Every time I think about Nick, hey, what he saying, Boys in the Hood? Hey, y'all want to see a dead body? Hey, what y'all doing over there? He ain't bothering you. What you bothering him for? They went to go see that dead body. Hey, what y'all doing over there? What y'all bothering him for? Sir, he's dead. Thank y'all for coming through. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.